No. That should be me live now. It is. Excellent. I know this is a bit of an odd timed one, but I've got about an hour and a half free at the moment. I just want to try and finalize the Necrons that I was talking about on the last models and musings. Now, since then, I have obtained a, which I think I've posted on Instagram and in Discord. But because of that new tool, I've been able to fine line into all these nice little recesses with white and blue, which is excellent. It means I can actually do it. What I didn't think of beforehand is I'm going to have to put a wash over all this silver, and I'm going to have to put a wash over all the gold bits as well. Then from there, I'm going to have to see how much it actually messes up this blue section. If it completely messes up, then I'm going to have to redo it. That's not too bad, because I now have my little quill pen thing, dip ink pen that I was doing it with. Absolutely excellent for just filling in those ridiculously fine lines. It worked wonderfully. As you can see, it is all there nice and done. So to finish it off, I'm going to have to essentially figure out which bits are going to be gold. Good evening, Ali. Thank you for popping in at least briefly. Try and get out of the rain if you can. It's not nice. Due to Hills in about 2 hours, which is why I'm getting this done. So clear a few things out of my way. So I'm ready. No, I almost did it then. I almost did it. I'm not going to do that because I know the stupid little yellow thing. Don't like it. So I'm going to pick up the bits that are going to be gold. Keep the bits that are going to be silver, obviously. Then wash each part with relevant wash, whether it be Reichland flesh for the gold or normal oil for the black. See what it does to the blue bits, and then if it messes them up, I'll go back over the blue bits. The first thing I actually need to do is paint gold. I seem to be having a bit of a problem with my paints at the moment. For some reason, I spot one, I see it, I put it somewhere, and then it disappears. So, I mean, literally less than a minute or two ago, just before I went live, I saw the paint that I needed. Oh, there we go. See, Retributor. But that one's unopened. I don't want an unopened one. I want an open one. Oh, well, there's the Reichland Flesh Shade, and there's the red that I was looking for. I've actually found it, which is good. I'm putting that there just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And normal oil, which I'm going to need as well for a wash. So that's both of those out. Yay, that's good. I've got the steel. I have my homemade white wash mix, which is going to need a damn good shake. No worries, Lee. No worries. Thank you for coming to join me. Even if it's in spirit. You're in your own stream at the minute. Although I didn't get a notification for that, which is a little bit concerning. So yeah, I've made my own white ink. It's just very thick acrylic paint with lots of water in it. Hey, if it works, it works. I ain't arguing with it. Now, where on earth did I put my open gold? I've done it again, haven't I? I've absolutely messed it up again. Oh God, I can't even do these things. I've only been doing this for what, 3 years? You'd think I'd have it down by now, wouldn't you? But apparently not. Apparently not. So I have put my big tub that has all the other paints and stuff in it, which is all the way up here. Of course, it's all the way under here. Why would I put it in somewhere easy to get when there's stupid places that I can't reach properly? You all right, Saf? How are we doing, mate? No worries. If you're in work and you can't chat, that is not a problem. Thank you for coming to listen to me, even though I will probably bore the pants off you, and I'm not on the screen half the time. trying to find things I should have found before I even attempted this. Hey, if I was prepared, you'd be worried, I know. So let's keep it as I'm not prepared, so therefore you don't have to be worried because I'm acting normal. Tomorrow fine brown, I don't want that. That is the brown contrast, I don't want that. I don't want Agros Earthshade. I want an open, please. An open gold Retributor armor. Yeah, this one's open. Excellent. So I've got an open one. I do have an open one. Finally, I found it. I should have had that ready way before I started. But as I said, you'd all be worried if I was actually prepared and on time for a change. Although, yeah, this one's just completely out of the blue, and I don't yeah, not following any of my usual format. Seeing as it's a Thursday, I usually go live on a Monday, and it's usually much later at night. So we'll give this a quick shake up because don't use the wrist that's sore, you blooming idiot. I'm calling me a blooming idiot because, yeah, I am a blooming idiot. If you're going to use a hand to shake your paint, try not to use one that's got the great big thing on it because you're using that one to relieve pain. So a little bit of gold. I shouldn't need too much, even though I am going for one of the more ornate models on this one. He's going to have a lot more gold in him than most of them. But it gives me a good idea. So if this is going to be like the most gold I'm putting on, then it's going to be awesome. Blake! Right. That means I've got to put that in there. Give me a minute. So while I'm shaking this up, I am going to use my other hand to try and do this. Which, yeah, let's face it, I'm not the best at using my left hand to do. Let's put that in there, paste, and then should anyone wish to jump up and join me on this brief one. Yeah, there we go. So if anyone does wish to come up and join me, they can do. Thank you very much for coming, Blake. Not seen you for too long, man. It's going to be early morning for you, I know. So you're probably busy. You're going to have, I don't know, ladies to go see, jobs to go do, and just be the general legend that you are. Now I need a brush, a brush, a brush. No, we'll go with that one. It's not as bad. No, I'm not going to be on for very long. I've got Pit Littling up in just in about 2 hours. But during that 2 hours, I'm going to try and make the most of the time that I've got to hopefully get this model completely finished, done, dusted, and then I can send a picture to my mate and go, do you like it? Do you not? Where do you want to change it? Unless, of course, Karma Killer, if you're actually watching, type in yay, nay, don't want that, do you want that? Let me know. Well, I think you said, I think he said he was happy with what I've done so far with the blue, which, let's face it, doing that was it was a bit of a pain, to say the least. So any fancy bits I want done gold. I'm struggling a little bit with my wrist, but I shall soldier on and get it done. And already that's looking a whole lot brighter for that section. And then the chest plate. Now the chest plate in the center is going to be universal across practically all models. So whether it be the nice big HQ type units or one of don't go rock myself with the headphones. Ow. Or one of these little chappies. they all have that singular chest plate in there. So that'll be universal across the board for all of them. I think even that one has the little chest plate in there with his. So yeah, he's going to be that one piece within the center is going to be universal across them all. So seeing that is help. So that section will always be gold. That helps to know that. Okay, now this one is quite a flamboyant piece, really, now I'm looking at it. So I'm not sure how much more gold to put on it at this moment. I mean, I could go really, really deep into it. Graham, how you doing, buddy? Feel free to click that link if you want to come up and chat, or if you're just sitting in the chat, that is perfectly fine. So I'm thinking that basically his giant metal schlong should be done gold. Just to help him stand out a bit in that section. You know, if you're going to be the boss, you've got to make sure you can show it. And this one's an absolutely stark raving lunatic of a boss. With giant claw fingers, a huge sword, and a gun attached to him. No worries, Graham, no worries. As I said, if you wished, it's there. If not, I'm just glad that you're here to come and moral support me. Thank you very much. Because this is the first time I'm painting Necrons. I am not killed in it. No way would my missus let me kill it. Yeah, can I just get some like corrosive chemicals and some gold leaf, and she's gonna give me that. Do you know the look that says, if you buy it, you're out the door? I'm gonna get that look. So I don't think I'll be gold leaf in this. Not when I've got like 6 tubs of Retributor armor anyway. Kind of doesn't make sense for me not to use it. I've been sat there for a while now, and they need using. They really do. And as much patience as I've got, mate, I don't think I could gild it. That just looks like one stage too far for my nerves and my sanity. Okay, so that's nice and goldy, and the blue stands out. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now, looking at, because I've got a Cryptek with me and a standard Lord and a standard and a warrior. So, I see. I don't want to do the shoulder pads on the warriors gold. I want to try and keep them pretty much as plain silver as I can, so that they don't look too ornate. You can tell that they're the basic of the grunt troops. So I think the only gold bit on these is going to end up being that section there in the middle of the chest, and I don't think I could get a brush in there to gild it. He says, struggling to get a brush in there to paint it, never mind gild it. So if we just do that section gold on them, that should be enough. Then once I've washed it, I can put the blue in along the edge of the gun and possibly within the coils as well, and that'll do. I would love to, Graham, but as I said, I can't living with my family. And I don't. The missus is already giving me looks as if to say, "What? See? She can read the chat. She's there. She's watching me. I don't get to do this without supervision." So yeah, 40 quid as opposed to the 5 tubs of Retributor armor that I've already got. No, I can't justify it when I've got enough golds. I've got enough gold paints. I've got so many gold paints that because I don't use them, I'm just sat on gold paints. I've got what is it? That one is the Balthazar Gold. I've got loads of Retributor armor. I've got Auric Armor Gold. If I wanted arm of wrist. I've got the Auric Armor Gold. If I want the bright yellow one, I've got that one for the slightly tinted one, and then I've got the Retributor armor, which is the one that I'm using at the minute. So I've got golds coming out that wazoo. Yeah, but in fairness, you're good at it. I've never tried it before. And I don't fancy trying it on somebody else's models. If I was going to try it, I'll try it on some of mine, something that I don't mind messing up. Oh, excellent. So you're going to enter him in comp in Germany. Yeah, I like Gilderman. That Gilderman that you've done is good because his armor's just beautiful for it. So much trim, so much extra stuff that you can just pick out the detailing on. And he will look absolutely fantastic in gold. I will admit that, but I just don't have the guts for it. See, that's not a bad idea, actually. Learn on terrain. Learn on terrain. I have enough of it. I could. I'll bear it in mind and see if I can not get thrown out at the same time. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on it, and I'm not feeling ridiculously confident about it. So I've just had the gold in my hand. I've just put it there, and it's gone missing again. There it is. Is it? Wasn't it? I don't know. Is it that one? No, that's silver. I've literally just had it in the hand. Where's it gone? What the friggin' Nora? How do I lose these? But the fake stuff tarnishes, doesn't it? I mean, so does the paint itself. The paint itself tarnishes. But yeah, if I was gonna gold leaf, I'd probably go down the similar route you've gone down and go for the one that's pretty much it is gold. There's no, although it's in leaf format, it's actual gold. Where on earth is that? And see, this is why I can't be trusted. Could you imagine me with a book of gold leaf? I can't even keep track of a pot of paint. There it is. Is it? You've every time I've done that so far. Why I don't know, but every time I've decided let's go use the hand that's sore, and I'm clever. So I'm not sure where else to put gold on him. I mean, the obvious places have been done, which are them ones down the front, but and it leaves that, and that just looks a bit meh. I know, mate. I know. I can play along with a jibe, don't worry. Yeah, the back of him looks a bit meh. I'm not sure. I mean, I could do the shoulder panels gold, which would fill up a hell of a lot of this section at the back. But I think everybody's done that, haven't they? I think that's pretty much standard for. Well, we'll see. We'll paint that bit. It's going to take 2 coats. I know that much. Because it's a black and silver base, and this gold won't cover it that well in 1 coat. I also need a bigger painting handle so I can fit something this size on. Right, so this is going to answer my question for me. Yes, I'm going to have to redo the white and the blue after I've washed. Good job I didn't do the entire army yesterday, wasn't it? I only did the scarabs. and then decided to test it on this big boy. So does the blue still stands out a little bit, but it's not looking. Yeah, it's gonna need a wash over the gold to dull the gold down, and then probably a brighter blue in there on the blue just to stop it looking as jarring, I think, especially across the top. So I'm gonna have to do the entire barbly bit. Pardon me. So let's see how it looks once I've done the rest of his shoulder pad. Greaves, Paul, yeah, them bits up here. I never remember what they're actually bloody called. So I won't stop anybody from correcting me if I get something wrong. I may not agree with you, but I won't stop you from saying it. And now I've got to wipe all that gold bit off there that I got on because I'm an idiot. And I wasn't paying attention because I was talking. That shouldn't be too bad because it's going to be nice and shaded down there. Okay, so that's making him look a little bit more regal. That is making him look a little bit more regal now. As being a Necron Lord, he would have been in the higher echelons of society before he got to this living metal monster and had his brain degrade over millennia to the point where he's now, I would say, slobbering, but he doesn't produce saliva. So now he's just a walking hulk of insane metal on a slaughtering spree. God, I love the grimdark, aren't you? Everything's just on a slaughtering spree. What are you? I'm a human. What are you going to do? Eradicate everything in the galaxy. What are you? I'm an orc. What are you going to do? I'm going to eradicate everything in the galaxy as well. I think the only ones trying not to kill everything are the Tau, and that's because they just want to be in charge of everything. So it's either flat out xenocide or communism. That's your choices in the Grimdark. You can have communism, or you can just be a flat out xenophobe. There is no in between. And I know some people go, but Gilliman has spoke with the Eldari and yeah, he would have quite happily just sliced their heads off had it not been for his own personal gain. He gets touted as a diplomat, but he's not. He's a Primarch. He's built for war. Yeah, I'm liking the gold shoulder pads. They're adding that little bit extra onto the back, so it doesn't look as flat and just single toned. Really can't be doing with that. So I've noticed I do have occasionally a few people coming in. Again, if you're one of the few people who knows that they can click the link, and feel free. If you're a YouTube creator and you're thinking, what's that StreamYard link all about? Just let me know. And just so I know whether or not you're interested in coming up, and I can go check out your channel, make sure it is you that's coming up. And there shouldn't be any problems, I don't think, unless we get onto a topic of conversation which may cause conflict. But in that case, my channel, my rules, I win. And no, I'm not a Tau player, in case for those of you are thinking dictatorship. I'm not a Tau player. I'm an Imperium player. Just as bad. Okay, diddles. I believe everything apart from the underside is done now for the gold on this bit. Let him dry off. Then come back it in with washes. Let them dry off. Come back quill pen. And then no worries, Graham. You go have fun with your conference call. I hope it doesn't last too long and you don't fall asleep partway through it. Because I know I wouldn't on a conference call. There's no way I'd stay awake. So I'll let you in on a tiny little secret. Today's we not only just testing this is seeing whether or not painting can distract me enough from smoking to the point where if I do this enough, I might actually be able to quit. And if that works, I'm going to be so happy. I probably won't feel it for the first few weeks while my lungs try and repair themselves and like blah, 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 in the mornings. But if I actually get it to work, that's going to be awesome. Okay, gold centralized, blue scarred around the edges. Really, I'm going to have to do his eyes blue as well, aren't I? But I'll come back to that once I've got to that stage. So while I'm waiting for the gold to dry, now we do the null wash over the silver. It might be the quickest model that I've ever painted on a stream. Namely because the black and the silver were done with spray cans. So that made it really easy. Really, really easy to do that because it's done. And because I use the silver more as a zenithal than an actual bold base color, it's kept a lot of the recess shading that was on there as well. So it's helped. It's helped a lot. Whether or not it works as well this time while I'm throwing null nile over it. Because let's face it, this stuff you have to lather on and just, yeah. You've got to be quite liberal with this. Which is why I think it's going to end up covering a lot of the blue once I've done it. Try and keep it away from the gold because I'm going to have to go over the gold with Rakar Flesh instead. Nope. We'll dip that in a bit too far on that one. And yes, I could have made a joke there, which would have been very fitting for me, but I didn't. I left that one out. I'm sure those of you who have a similar sense of humor could figure out what that joke was. And if you can't, then well done you for having a very clean mind. So it's isn't it? Wasn't it? It is working a little bit, but I'm definitely going to have to come back over it with something brighter than the lead belcher that I used. I'll come over it with the lead belcher again as a dry brush and then go over it again with an even lighter dry brush of something else, which is going to be fun. Do his belly. He's got a weird belly button there thing that I don't know if you can see it. A little orb in the middle there. That's going to have to be blue as well now. I've just decided. No, that'll be paintbrush rather than using the quill tip. Which I wonder if I could actually fit that into a feather. That'd be nice. But that'd be to try off camera. Because I'm not even sure what the right type of feather would be to fit a quill tip in. Now, I've got the Sephiroth theme tune in my head, so if I start whistling or humming that tune or a tune, that's it's One-Winged Angel from Final Fantasy VII. And I know I'm tone deaf, so that's why I have to tell you what it is, because you won't be able to guess off my humming or my whistling, because it'll sound nothing like it. I'm about to go back to the gold then. That one, you clever me. Let's wash all this with a black wash and go dip your brush right in the gold to go over it all again. Yeah, that's a clever idea, dumbass. If I can get away with not having to redo the white, I'm going to be that's going to be excellent. But looking at it, I don't think I'm going to get away with it. I already know I've got to do some sections white, which will be the ball on his waist, his eyes, and a few other sections. I also need to keep an eye on the time. Why is what's happened there then? I have no idea what's just happened to my screen, but I lost the time. And I've got thank you. And I've definitely got to keep an eye on that time. If anything actually makes the blue even better. That sounds great. How are we doing, Angie? You okay? Thank you for coming to join us today. Now, I don't know whether or not you've just got off your stream and are extremely tired and going to bed. But if you've just got up and you're not extremely tired and you wish to pop up, the link is there for you. And there will be people thinking, he offers this link out a lot, you know. Yeah, it's because I have control over who comes up. So if somebody clicks the link and I have no idea who they are, and it's just, they just come in, clicked it, and thought, yeah, well, see if I can get on. You ain't going to get on. I'm just not going to bring you up. I'll just boot you from down in the other section. So if you are one of them strange people who just tries to look, you just let you know your looks run out. But if you genuinely want to come up because either I know you or you have an interest in the hobby, as I said, if you've got a channel or to verify that it is you, just let me know. I'm always willing to have new guests, provided I can verify they're not nothing like me and not complete cunts. One of me is enough for this stream. Just one of me is enough. Don't want anyone else. Although I do occasionally have Captain and EB up. So I mean that is a bit of overload there, but you know, we do what we can. So there, I've got him nice and washed with the gnome oil. Use the other hand because it's my wrist on this hand. It's just done in at the minute. It's really done in at the minute. So much so I had to go out and get a wrist support yesterday. I barely use it. It's not good. Okay, so Reichman flesh, which is quite a reddy brown. That's going to be the colour for the gold. And this is where it really makes, this is where it's really going to show against the blue, especially on the shoulder pads around here. It's going to either completely kill the colour or it's not. Well, I suppose that's pretty much the only way it could be, is it? It's either going to do it or it's not. Yay or nay. So let's find out. Keep the Reichland flesh away from everything, and especially my hands and anywhere that I might knock it over. And start with the bit that we painted first. And just pull it all the way. Now, I don't know if there you can see with the top section compared to the bottom section, it's now dulled a little bit more. And you can see those recesses easier. So when I come over that section there, it kind of does the same. It stops it from being as shiny and bright. But I am still going to have to go back over. Basically, I'll do a light dry brush over it just to make sure that I can bring out those edges and it looks gold again. Because this is, although it's adding all the details to the recesses like I want it to, it's also taking away a lot of bright edges that I need to stay bright. And I'm not too bad, Angie. As you can see, I'm in the middle of testing something at this moment. And it is a test because I've never painted Necrons before in my life. Strictly speaking, not true. I have painted them silver before, but I don't really classify that as painting a Necron. That's just putting a base colour down. Right. Covering up that little spot there. That got some wash on it. And that spot there, that got some wash on it. And that spot there, that needs a second coat. There we go, that's better. So he's not looking too bad. He's not looking too bad at all at the moment. Just realised I did forget to wash his face. But I'll be coming back to his face with the blue. And it's not too bad having his face just like that. It seems to be working okay. So now let's come back to the right one. That was way too deep. Way too deep. I just thrust it in there with no regard for safety. We all know that's a bad thing. I'm getting dodgy looks. It's the way you put it, you see. And if you say it a certain way, then it invokes images, apparently. And I just happen to always put things in that way. I don't know why. I've just got a skill for it, I suppose. I'll try and keep the model on camera. Where's Kirsty when you need it? And that gets us some nice worn gold. Backing just to make sure I've covered all the areas and popped all the little bubbles in between them holes, because they're all holes and they've just filled up with little bubbles. That's not good. Big splotch of water there on my brush. That's not good either. Okay, so even at that distance, you can tell. You can see the little bit of blue on his arm and the big shoulder pads. That's good. So even at, you can tell the model at a decent distance. So on the tabletop, it should work to be able to see it and know which one's which. Okay, that went quickly. That's good. Okay. So is there any sections now that I think I need to redo the blue on? Give it a little blow to dry it. I don't have a dry faster machine, also known as a hairdryer. So I'm going to have to use good old manual power. I've just got a bit of tiny spot of gold on the point when I don't want it. See, it's just this tiny little spot there. And I had to get it in one place that I didn't want it, didn't I? I couldn't just for once get it all right. No, break open the lead belcher again and just spot that bit up. There we go. Done. That made it easier. Different brush, because that one's had metallic on it now, and I don't want any shiny bits coming into the white. Now I've got two options of white. I'm gonna go with the primer this time that I got from Ali, because as good as the pre-mixed ink the homemade ink wash thing that I've made is, if I'm gonna try and actually paint, the primer's much better. I mean, this is great when I'm using it in this, but it doesn't paint on very well. It's very watery. So a little bit of that, little brush, like the brush. Now all the orbs that I'm going to want to paint in blue, we're going to have to paint white first. Or at least give a lighter tone under that. It gives something for the blue to go bing. Oh. Nope. 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 Not at all. Right. That I'm not doing the eyes with a brush. So I'm going to see how well this works using it with a primer as opposed to. I hate eyes. Eyes are possibly the worst thing out of the entire hobby to paint. Which is why in this case, I'm not using a paintbrush. I'm using a quill tip. It still sounds odd to me saying quill tip. It really does. Because it's just it's not actually a fighting bit, it's a handle with a piece of metal shoved in the end. I suppose it's technically what a quill is. It's a feather with a piece of metal stuck in the end. But still, it's not. It's good, but it's a whole new medium to get used to. Joey! How you doing, man? What's up, bro? I've got a plan for this weekend. I'm getting Spencer smashed. I hope he doesn't miss his gig because of me. I'm going to be quite gutted if he does. I mean, I'm going to tell him how to get there. I'm going to make sure he knows what and where he's going, but I'm also going to get him absolutely smashed as well before he goes. Should be fun. Just in and around there, please. Yeah, you see, the primer's too thick. In this case, the primer's too thick to use with the quill. Good afternoon, Hayde. Thank you very much for joining us. Only briefly I'll be with Spencer this weekend, but enough for me to be able to go, I'm going to get him battered. I don't mean beat up, I mean he's going to be highly intoxicated, but still it's going to be fun. Now, you could be sat there watching that thinking, oh dear God, what have I let myself in for? And if he is, it's too late. It is too late. Okay, so eyes, little ball thing in his middle. Okay, come back to the paintbrush. And that water needs clearing out. Yeah, water's been there since Monday, I think. And now his little arms on his shoulder. Oh, nice. A nice big long one. Now, have you got the rest of the degenerates together to fill out the table? Or are you flying this one solo, Joey? Drop off the camera. Just give me a nudge. I do try and keep an eye on. Mail's coming over. Awesome. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat through both of them, whether it be the main screen or the camera, my phone camera screen. So just to try and make sure I don't miss any comments that come up. Or anyone that comes in. And everyone's thinking, you lazy son, shouldn't you be at work today? No. Because I have various medical conditions. And I'm an insurance liability. That's why I have lots of sharp implements on my desk. Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, now there's a blue orb in. There's going to be a blue orb in his leg, which is a pain for me to get into right now. And this is why some people do things in sub-assembly. So they don't have to sit there and go, right, I've got to get in there with a brush and not touch any of the things around it. Which is doable, but it's damn difficult sometimes. Really difficult sometimes. And I don't want to miss any if I can avoid it. Now, I missed a lot last night when I was testing the blue out in the first place. I missed loads, including all these little blue, all these little orbs that I'm catching around his body now. So they are supposed to be the power collection nodes and points. Oh, yeah. Oh, brush is starting to fray already. This is not good. This is not good. It is a Winsor & Newton, but it's only the Foundation series. So it's not holding up quite as well as Mikulinski's. It didn't cost as much as Mikulinski's, so there is that. But I would still like them to have held a bit longer than what they have, because they've barely held up a week. In fact, they've not even held up a week, and I'm already starting to see stray hairs and fraying. The joys and joys of it. No, I've just painted in that side, haven't I? So this side, power node, and then shake up the ink. 32 degrees. No, so that. I mean, we're at 14 degrees C at the minute. I'll stick with this. It's just warm enough for me to not complain. Either way, whether it's too cold or too hot, it's just the right temperature. We are supposed to get rain in about an hour. It's wonderful. Give my homemade inky thing a bit of a shake up. And yes, it's in a miniature whiskey bottle. For those of you who are paying attention and thinking, Jesus, that is some wrong whiskey right there. I drank the bottle first. I'm not that daft. Nice. They come in handy, these miniature bottles. Okay. Now, what I've just noticed is, and you're all going to think I'm an absolute bleeding madman, all the way down this little row here. Well, technically, I should be painting these under a microscope because, well, there's my thumb, and I've just spotted little dots all the way along there and all the way along there that I want to paint white. So, first of all, let's get rid of the bubbles if I can, and clear me some safe spaces or clear spaces that I'm not going to paint our models over. Make myself nice and supported, and then with a 0.5 millimeter tipped quill tip, I got to go down and dot them all in. God, I thought Graham was mad for wanting to gild things. Why on earth did I decide that I wanted to paint things with a pen? Just stop the fraying and splaying of the brush hairs. But oh God, is it finicky? It is so tiny and finicky. And I have the man, the myth, Le Champion.
That's you, brother. That's you, boss.
I cannot claim Le Champion as a name. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't either. Somebody stole it from me, but you know what they say: if you're going to steal, steal from the best. So that's
Yeah.
why that's why I come up here and watch you do all this amazing work you do, brother. Trying to learn from the goat of this stuff. So,
Well,
how in the world are you, brother?
um,
You're looking good, baby boy. Shoot, everything good with you?
yes. Apart from that,
I thought you were just keeping your pimp hand strong, man. What happened?
I had a minor operation about 5 ago, and he's never recovered from general anesthetic.
Oh man, Bo. Well, I hope you
So
get feeling better. Is your hand like numb or something, or what's the deal, man?
no, it's my wrist. It's just constant pain.
Really?
I'm
Man,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's arthritis in there now, or setting in there now. But the doctors are loath to admit it or tell me what's wrong with it because, well, I've got a feeling that they caused it.
well, Laz, I ain't trying to tell you, brother, but I ain't gonna call you the O word, but
I am getting
old.
a bit old.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
no, I ain't gonna call you the O word because I'm a little older than you, so we'll just call it
No, you're
season.
not.
I'm close. I'm pretty close.
You're close to me, but you're not older than me.
Pretty close. I'm pretty close. Well, there's a lot of
I,
things I'm not. I'm not as talented as you. I'm not as good looking as you. I don't
I,
make awesome looking children like you. You know,
well,
I mean,
that one's still
I
to
might
be.
make awesome looking children, but I don't know any of them. But I digress.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say that's a debate for somebody who's had your children, obviously.
I hear you, bud. So instead of calling us the O word, I'm just going to say we're seasoned. Sounds way better.
Oh, veterans.
Veterans. That's good. It's kind of like when people call me an F up. I like to say unique. It sounds better. You know.
Yeah. In fact, what was I said to Mrs. Laz yesterday? I got asked a question, and her response was, "I'm certainly unique." Put it that way.
Dude, you got it going on, man.
I was like, "Is that a nice way of saying that I'm a dick? Then is it?" Thank you.
Well.
In response to the question,
I
it
see
was
what
a
you're
question.
trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. I'm not getting in this. Yeah. Happy wife, happy life. Happy Laz, no pizzazz. So see, I lose either way. So I'm
Well,
just gonna.
there is a word I can think of that rhymes with "las," but I don't think many people would be happy if I used it on the internet.
Well, I hear you, brother. I got a dyslexic cousin. He watches your stuff sometimes. He's like, "Man, those Zal's amazing." Who the hell is
What?
Zal? But dyslexic people read things backwards. So every time he sees your name, it's Laz. So he sees Zal, Zal.
Oh,
It
bloody
finally
hell!
dawned on me. I was like, "Hey, I didn't know you was that bad dyslexic, man." But he's like, "Oh yeah, man." But
Yeah.
anyway, he loves your work. I get on here and I try to watch when I can, but most of the time, dude, I'm working out or I got phone calls or something. But I always try to support you, brother, because you always been good to me. Now, what
Thank
are we
you.
painting here today? This dude looks terrifying. Like he just ripped
Well,
your freaking arms off if he wanted to.
yeah, this is my friend's army. So we both got the same box set where you got some of these and some of my Space Marines.
Okay.
I give him all of these that came in the box, and he give me all the Space Marines.
Oh, sweet, brother.
So
Okay.
it's like, sweet, we both doubled up on it.
Okay.
And that was 9th edition. So it was a while ago. We're now on 10th edition. And his army was still sat there in plastic grey. And he was 40 not too long ago. So not having much money, I
I know
thought,
that feeling.
well, what can I give him for birthday? I thought, I
Right,
know, I'll paint one of his armies because it's not the only army he's got. He's got another one. He's got the Tau.
right.
So I give him the choice of which one I painted, and they said, pick one, and I will paint the entire army.
Dude,
And he chose these.
that's all right, man. Do you remember that "Shut Up, Blake" thing you drew for me?
I've still got it in an envelope with
My
JV's
mom,
name on it,
my
waiting for me to
mom.
get sent.
I made a bad mistake the other day and showed that to my mom. And I said, "Yes, for my buddy Les." She's like, "Is there any way I can put this on a shirt? I think 'Shut Up, Blake' ought to be on a shirt." And I'm over here thinking, if you only knew, if you only knew. So now I either got to get her a white shirt with your logo that you did. I think she really liked that one, or I got to make Joey happy. And Joey's in the comments. Joey, good to see you, brother. Happy birthday to the friend of the show, Jacques Rougeau, the Mountie. Happy birthday, Jacques. Pretty sure
If
you're
you
not watching, but if you are, happy birthday.
happy birthday. If you sling me somewhere to send it, I will send you.
Okay. Well, I can send you my information, Bubba. I keep telling you I am, but dude, I'm telling you, ever since I quit drinking, I don't remember. I can't remember shit anymore. I don't know what it is, man. And when I'm drinking, dude, I can remember what I ate on the third trip to the salad bar on Tuesday at 5 o'clock. You know, and
Yeah,
since I quit drinking, man, I can't remember what in the world I ate 2 weeks ago. So,
uh, I think I've eaten today. I
you
think
have
I've
to
eaten
think about
today.
it too, eh?
I'm not too sure if I have eaten today. I
I'm
think I have.
telling you, man, we're getting seasoned. We getting seasoned. We ain't getting old. We getting seasoned, bro. Angie
Yeah,
saying cheers. Angie, cheers, sugar. I hope you're doing good today, baby. Let's see. Blake's address is Blake TV, Rural Route 7, middle of nowhere, Arkansas, USA. He's not
not
too
too
far
far off
off.
with that. Yeah,
Not too far off.
that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Um,
I had to move from Penis, you know. You know.
so you've moved to Butkus.
No, I had to leave Penis, Colorado. Everybody there was a dick. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I've heard that. You know.
Yeah, bunch of freeloaded shafters. They just give you the shaft all the time, and just it is what it is. Laz, I don't know if anybody tells you this or not, brother. I may be
Yeah,
able to talk within the building of things, but man, I couldn't do this. My life depended on it, bro. You were extremely talented. This is
yeah.
just. Have I ever shown you? And I may have, man. But remember, this was drunk Blake. You have to take it up with drunk Blake. Not this is sober Blake now. Did I ever
Uh,
show you my dad's models?
you showed me the car.
Okay, I showed you the car, but I've not actually showed you
Now,
uh
did you
like
do a
he's
diorama of some
he's got
war
some of
guys?
them he's got some of them like that, like a tank running over some people, but he did the war stuff and like the tracks off the tank, and
So
there's people behind a wall getting ready to shoot. If I can get this bed and crap out of the way, I will take some pictures and I'll send them to you.
I'm just going to apologize for whatever the hell's going on next door because I can hear that.
We can't hear nothing. We're good. We're good. I can't hear nothing. If I can't hear it, nobody else can. So we're good. Now, if
That
you
does.
want to, now if you want to like raise up the window and hurl something, screen some expletives, that'd be cool too.
Well, I don't know what they're having done because next door to me is a gentleman who is disabled, so he has a lot of stuff done to the house so he can move around it.
I got you.
So it's like, oh, I've got to allow some tolerance, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not like he's doing it at a stupid time.
Right. Right.
So it's like, okay, fair enough. If it was 9 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock in the morning, it'll be a different matter.
I can think of worse neighbors to be around, like Drewski and a couple other folks on here. So
That's Joe's just made a valid point. I live halfway around the world and I've partied with him. You live 3 states over. He's never even shaking your hand.
Joey, don't make me come up there. That's all I'm saying. Don't make me come up there. You're
He
gonna be
won't go
minding,
up there. He's going to have to come to you.
you're
We
gonna be
all know
minding
that.
your own business one day in Cleveland, Ohio, and this little bitty bald-headed former Oompa Loompa is gonna jump out behind a trash can with a baseball bat and just wear into you, boy.
There goes his knees.
That's right. There goes his knees. You gotta chop. Joey, one of them big old dudes out here. You gotta chop him down like a tree. What?
Joey's about my height.
Really?
Yeah,
God.
me,
Okay. Well,
me, me, me and Joey like eye to eye.
maybe I'm just a midget, man. But it's okay. You know.
Don't worry, most people are in this world. Most people are.
Well, that's what killed me when that chick told me she's like, laying out her demands for wanting to date a single man, and he's got to be 6'4" and have six figures. I was thinking, sugar, do you know how many men you just alienated all around the world?
Yep.
You just alienated 90% at a minimum of men. Who else is 6'4" with $1 million? I'll wait.
Yeah, it's like,
Nobody I know.
I'm 6'1" in shoes,
Hey, shoot.
and I have to put the with shoes on because, as you said, we're getting seasoned now. So I ain't going up; I'm going down.
Imagine Blake at 2 in the morning when the bar closes. Oh, dude, I'm fun as hell when the bar closes, man.
Yeah, Blake's the only person who can guarantee you if we go here, we're getting served.
Hell yeah. You know, bring in your small buddy, get a shot free. Blake, come on, Blake.
Come on,
Okay, I'll do
free
it.
drinks.
Okay, if you just twisted my arm, I'll do it. Okay.
Oh, my phone's having problems. There we go. I'm back again.
Oh, we got you back, Bubba. Joey,
Right.
Blake, you're one of the shorter people in the community. Me and Laz are just the effing trees. Hey, that's cool, man. Shit, I like walking through it. Oh, hey, I don't mind walking through some red oaks as long as them red oaks protect me when the shit hits the fan.
Oh, it's like when I went to Belfast, it was great. Me and Captain walking down the street side by side, and you've got my 5'4" missus walking in front of us.
Dude,
everybody fucking parted way for her just because she had to freaking. She had me tall and skinny. You had Captain who's fairly chunky, and both just walking behind.
Captain's a huge man, dude.
He is a big fella.
I'm jealous of you, Bubba. I'm jealous of you. You got to meet Joey and you got to meet Captain. I'd love to meet both of them. Joey, I'm going to meet one day. Captain's going to be a little harder, because I don't fly, and unless he comes over here, odds is it's probably not going to happen because I just don't fly.
Well, I've only ever flown twice. Once to Ireland and once back from Ireland.
Oh man, dude, I'm telling you, that last time we flew through a thunderstorm and the wing started shaking and stuff. I was like, God, you let me get off this plane. You got my word. I'm going to avoid this shit like the plague for the rest of my life. And God willing, knock on wood, that was about 24 and a half years ago, and we have not been on one since. It just.
Now, see, I love that bit. I was looking out the window and I could see the wings flapping up and down. I'm like, wow, okay, that's pretty damn cool. And I'm watching all this happen.
Man, not me, brother.
Okay, so let me.
Dude, they could have stuck a piece of coal up my ass and a diamond would have popped out. That's how high strung and tense I was.
Right, let's see if I can share this. So there's a rough idea of. Bear in mind, I'm going to be stood behind Joey on this. Not far behind him, but I'm stood behind him.
It'll be all right. We just won't tell that big bastard.
So there you go. You can see me quite clearly over his shoulder. And I can't remember his name now, even though he drove us all the way from Manchester.
God, dude, y'all are tall. Damn. I must admit, y'all some good looking little. I mean, I'm straight as an arrow, but damn boys, y'all looking good, man.
John, that's his name. Cheers, Joey.
I mean, you don't look as good as me, but hey, who does? Shit, it's just part of the times.
Yeah, I don't have I have two-toned head, unlike you. Yours is all nicely toned in now that you've kept it.
Hey man,
kept it trim, neat, and it's all.
Hey man, you ain't seen the back of my head. I got a big smiley face on the back. So now when I meet chicks, I like put my head straight down so that smiley head flattens out. Because now it's like a big insecurity, and I can't see it.
Oh no, I've got one. Apparently, I'm the first person my missus has ever seen who's got a nodule on the back of the head. So I've got a little bony lump, like a knuckle almost. So you see that knuckle there, that one? I've got a
Yeah.
little knuckle like that right in the center of my head, right at the back here.
Oh God, Laz, you gonna make me sit around all day be feeling my head? Do I got a knot? Hey, I'll tell you what. You pull it off, brother. It looks good on you.
So I've got a knuckle on the back of my head, and I've got 2 grooves down the top of my head.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 lumps that are essentially horns there as well. So my head squares out quite easily.
Well, I think you're freaking amazing, brother. Let's see. Blake doesn't fly or drive or take the train or walk or shit or does anything really. That's a pretty accurate statement, brother. That's pretty balls on accurate, spot on accurate. Blake, come to DC August 17th. I will let you meet all the famous people. What happened on August 17th through 22nd, Joey? You know me, dog. Man, this morning it's been a wild morning. Only been up 4 hours. Got me a 2-mile walk. Did 100 push-ups. Now I gotta get in here and do my weightlifting stuff. But before I do all that, I'm gonna hang out with my brother from another mother for a little bit and drink my coffee.
See, you're doing good with all these weights and exercise and stuff.
Man, when you're single, you got to, dude. If I was happily married, shit, I'd let that belt go, boy. Probably wouldn't shave my head anymore. Hell, just to keep the old lady happy and everything be good, But I don't know, man. This pushing 40 thing's really screwing with me hard.
Did you just say pushing 40?
Pushing.
Right. You are aware I'm already there.
Yeah, but you're successful. You got kids. You got a family. You got a fucking 6'3" jawline. You can paint. You got all kinds of cool shit. I mean, damn, it's not. I mean, damn. I'm having to do all this work just to compete with you, partner. Just to hang on for a little bit.
I mean, I hit 41 this year.
Man, I'll tell you, you don't look 41, bro. You look like you're in your late 20s, early 30s. You lucky.
That's only because you can't see the amount of grey in my beard.
Hey, man, you can't see the amount of gray in mine either. That's why I don't want to meet nobody, because when they come up, I'm like, yeah. I'm working on this podcasting convention. It's the world's biggest podcast trade show. Wow, okay. Last year keynote was Amy Bowler. Okay. Quick comparison, Blake. Every person is different. Joey, I'm my own hardest critic, brother. I like comparing myself. Dude, here's the thing, man. If I don't compare myself to you, or if I don't care about you and I don't talk about you, then that means you don't matter. Seriously, I like being around people who have a brain like you, Joey, like this man up here beside me. I like watching him painting things, and it's relaxing. I mean, see, to me, that's hard. Anybody can just sit around and.
To me, this is hard.
That's what I'm saying. That to me, that's hard, dude. That's amazing shit. Anybody can sit around and play video games 24/7. I mean, that's.
No, my wrist can't take that anymore either.
Well, I can't really do it either, but you know what I'm saying. You get the point. Laz is so skinny when we travel, he doesn't fly. We just fax him.
Pretty much. That's what he's going to say. I've been trying to gain weight. And
he's like a Scott Hall toothpick then, eh? Just take it out, throw it right at him. So.
Yep.
You say you're trying to gain weight? You're trying to gain weight?
Yeah, really? I'm still about half a stone underweight.
How much do you eat every day, brother?
Not much.
I understand. Me neither. I do.
Well, we had pasta last night, so it's probably going to be sausage and egg on toast for tea tonight.
Laz, don't feel bad, Bubba. Don't feel bad at all, man. I think you're doing great. Keep doing what you do. Boy told me the other day, he's like, man, you could be so much more muscled up if you would just eat more. And I looked at him, I was like, bro, have you seen the price of groceries? I mean, seriously, man, hell, you're talking about me eating over almost 250 grams of chicken every day. And yeah, that's great, but kind of expensive too. So.
Okay, then. Let's see how he's looking now.
Boy, if that thing came out of the toilet or out of my back window, I'd run. That thing looks scary.
Dude, if that came out of anywhere, You ain't running anywhere. He's got 3 legs and he's faster than you.
Oh
That's
my,
going through you. That's going through you. Don't. That's going to shoot you first.
ooh. Well, well, man, damn.
Let's see if I can give you a scale comparison. Okay.
Okay.
This is a scale comparison for you. Here, where is he gone? Where is he gone? There we go. He'll do. Here is an 8-foot tall, genetically modified human.
We call him the Blake TV of these things. Okay. All right. Here's you and Joey.
So that's supposed to be 8 foot tall.
Wow. So this is a damn 2-story building in your right hand, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
My
This thing
goodness.
is its sole purpose is to wake up and slaughter anything with a biomass. If you are made from biological stuff and not made from necrodermis, which is the metal they are made from, it wants to kill you.
Tell you what, that's how I wake up every day mentally. So I may not be too far off, you know. I want to kill my goals and run over everybody who's in front of me.
It's kind of like the Tyranids, but the Tyranids want to go nom 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 nom, eat you and turn you into more Tyranids. No, these just want to strip you apart on a molecular level so you no longer exist anywhere.
So basically, this is like is this an alien or a machine?
Both.
So this is basically a polar bear alien machine.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They ruled the galaxy about
just like a polar bear. Okay.
100,000 years ago.
People laugh at me, Les. People laugh at me when I tell them the polar bear is the thing that scares me the most in life. And they're like, why? You ever done any research on a polar bear? Polar bears.
I don't need to.
Polar bears.
I know that if I see one, I'm dead.
Polar bear is the only bear in the world that will eat you while you're alive. And
yep.
he ain't gonna kill you. He's just gonna eat you while you're alive. And there ain't shit you can do. That scares me. That's when I need that Terminator looking T9 million thing right there. Dude, he got all kinds of stuff. Now look, are these just blades? Or are they guns? I know that thing on the left hand there is like a Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, so you've got a Freddy Krueger, then you've got basically a giant slab of sharpened metal,
gotcha.
which can shoot as well,
like a Leviathan blade. Okay,
and then you've got a double-barreled, high-energy molecular destabilizer.
And this thing pops up on his right shoulder. I take it, right?
No, he's got 2 right arms and 1 left.
Okay.
So one right arm has got the gun, one right arm's got the sword, and his left is just a big Freddy Krueger hand.
So let's just say you get lucky and he misses you with the gun. And let's say the sun blinds him and he misses you with them that big ass blade he's got. He's still got the damn Freddy Krueger.
No, 1 minute. He doesn't come alone.
So listen, if he's 20 foot tall and his left hand
comes with 3 little friends.
Oh God, okay.
Now this little friend likes to carry a big sword. These 2 little friends like to carry little swords.
Are these guys also 8 foot tall?
No, they're not quite as tall as him.
Okay.
They are little versions of him. So he'll be stood there with 3 of these with him while they're all running at you, making some weird screeching noise as the trains tear through you.
I don't know what I did to meet you and get to pick your brain, but I sure am glad I did it. See, that's what I'm telling you. I think alcohol helps, man. If I was sober, I never would have met all these freaking people. So
I've got to figure out how I'm going to paint these yet.
Angie's saying she's short. I've heard Angie's short. Angie, you are tiny. You and Kim, okay?
Look, the average height for a woman's shorter than a man anyway, so don't worry about that.
The only thing Blake TV is killing in the scratch off machine at the Dollar General. Bro, I do not buy scratch offs. I do not believe in gambling my money away. I only gamble if I know I can win. Like in a card counting situation and a poker thing, I will straight rip you. I have no problem doing it. because
Yeah,
they trying to rip me too.
I don't do poker.
I love it, man. I only love it though when I'm the dealer and I'm in control. I don't trust other people because hell, I don't trust myself. Why in the world would I trust anybody else with it?
Yeah, don't do it.
So,
Don't do it. Joey, you live in the States and you're saying there's yet to be an animal you're afraid of. You've got black bears, brown bears, wolves, enough venomous snakes, and enough venomous spiders to take out half the planet in that country.
hell yeah, now we need a couple of hippos. Tell you what, hippos are mean creatures, folks. They all think they're all soft. Oh, look at the cute little hippo. You ever seen that thing on YouTube, man, where they're throwing these big ass watermelons to them? One bite, dog. One bite, crunch. That whole damn watermelon's gone. Dang.
Hippos, not only are they big and they're strong,
aggressive and angry.
They are fast. I mean, they are.
Yes, very, very much so.
It's like fuck that.
Even the bears, man.
Polar bears.
They'll say things like, well, a bear can only run 20 or 30 miles an hour. Oh, hell, that's it.
Is that it? And there's us sat there at 4.
I'll tell you what we ought to be thankful for, man. We ought to be thankful that ants are not the size of cats. Could you imagine if ants were the size of cats? They'd take over the entire world, dude. We couldn't do nothing to them.
Oh, crap.
They can drag up to 7, 8 times their body weight, up to 10 sometimes. That means this house is gone if 4 of them latch on. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Those in comparison wise, but if they were to get that big, they would collapse under their own weight.
That's true too. That is true, brother. So it is a catch-22.
Yeah, they can never be that big. For them to get those proportions, they have to be that. To get those abilities, they have to be that small.
I remember when I was a kid, brother, and my dad took me to the zoo first time ever, and all you could see was this bowling ball, and there was like 3 of them, and 2 of them were split in half, and this third one was almost, and it had all these claw marks in it. All of a sudden, this lion comes out, and I'm looking at Pop. He's looking at me, and I'm like, "Holy God, this is this damn thing's play toys." Okay.
Yep.
Then we got to see that gorilla. You ever seen a gorilla with your own 2 eyes?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear God, that's scary.
Dude, I was a kid and I was pissing this gorilla off, man. You remember the old "What's up" commercials, right?
Oh yeah, Budweiser.
I kept doing it, and that gorilla finally turned around and he stuck his tongue out at me, and we took a picture of it. So every time I see it, I was like, "What's up?"
Have you not seen the video of somebody winding a gorilla up? And obviously they've got that big, thick glass in the way. And they must have really, really annoyed this gorilla because he punched the glass and he cracked it. The glass. It's like, yeah, move, run now.
No, I kind of appreciate my life a little more than trying to piss off a gorilla and smashing glass.
I'm saying that he'd make at least 70 of them, Joey.
What's the question? Blake, how fast can you run the 40? It depends on if the police or a polar bear is chasing me. If the police is after me or a polar bear, your boy can run just a little bit faster, you know.
It was that one I was answering.
Oh, this one. If you took 100 free throws, how many would you make? Right now, I don't know, dude. But if you give me a week or 2 to get my form back down, I guarantee you I could make 80 out of 100.
I said 70 without even trying.
I used to be really good at shooting free throws. Everything else, I could hit a couple threes, but my mid game was shit. So, but I was always so short, dude. I never played up underneath the basket. At one time, I was the tallest kid on my team when we were 12. We came up second place in the state, and we came in third for the nationals. At 12 years old, I got massive hands, man. My hands are even bigger now. At 12 years old, I could palm a basketball, and they were like,
nice.
Oh my God, dude, you're going to be this big genetic giant." Well, Not really. That's when I found out God had a sense of humor, and all my buddies on the team they got bigger than me, so I had to change positions. But yeah, Joey, I bet you money, brother. I can make 80. I'd say 80 out of 100.
And you see, we not being a huge basketball's not a huge sport when I was growing up over here. I mean, it's much bigger now than what it ever was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But now, but when I was growing up, it wasn't. Basically, we played football, or you didn't play. And basically
Now,
that
what
was.
were you talking about? Real American football, or that crap y'all call football, also known as soccer?
I'm talking about the original one, which is the one that we invented, and the
Oh,
one that
here
you
we
play
go.
with you. Not
Here
not the
we.
one where you pick it up and throw it and call it football.
I love rallying you guys up. That's all I got to do. I go in any UK space chat, man, and be like, "Oh, you talking about real American football? Oh my
Also,
God, dude, and all of y'all take it like a punch to the gut, man. You're like, no,
it's our
that is
national
not
sport.
that
What
is
do you
not
expect?
right.
It's like it's the one thing that pretty much every community can tie together over. It's like
I can't help it, man. I
you,
love doing it.
you either support Manchester United or you hate Manchester United, and that's a worldwide thing. And you could probably get world peace that. Do you like Man U? No. Come on then, let's go. We're gonna
Right.
go watch them lose. Yay! Do you like Man U? Yeah. You're coming with us then because we don't want to go anywhere near that lot. We'll get our heads kicked in. Done.
I will
and
say this, man. I will say this. I've seen your countrymen and things, and all y'all going to the stadium at the one time, and boy, I think y'all have more fun before the game than actually during it. Because man, I'm not going to say that there's some illegal narcotics or alcohol involved,
oh, there's loads of alcohol. Yeah, I'm sure there
but
is.
but I will say I think it's very possible because you guys come in that place ready to kick the other team's ass, and this is like an hour before you even get there. It's
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
I love that stuff though,
We have things called well, they used to be called firms. Now they're called casuals and all sorts of other things. And essentially, it's organized groups of thugs and get together before matches. Leeds are a particular one that
Right.
were famous for it, and they'll go have a fight before the match, and then they'll all go watch the match if they're allowed in the stadium, and then they'll come out, and if they're still feeling up for it, they'll still go have another fight, and it's just what the, and then they'll all go pub, and it's weird how it works. It is very, 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 very odd.
Hey
We do
man,
have a strange culture around our
hey
national
man,
sport.
hey man. It sounds like testosterone is not weak over there. Blake heard
Oh no.
Man U. He thought it was Man University. He was like, "Can I take classes?" Joey, go back to work. That's the worst joke you told in a minute. Kit Bash Carnage. Cheers.
Yeah,
How you
now
doing?
Kit Ash has
Cheers.
been doing some particularly nice work. He's just made a very nice converted bike.
Wow.
It's in the same vein, so it's a Warhammer bike, but you've been working on a very nice little converted bike. So yes, Kit Bash, I have been over and checked your channel out,
Okay.
and it's looking good. It's looking good.
Sweet, brother. I will definitely have to check it out, man.
Uh, because he's making it out of parts from other models.
Right?
So he's used an Orc bike as his base, and he's gone over it and put extra parts from other models and clip bits out. And I mean, I can't do that. I'm useless at kit bashing because I can never find the right seams and the right joining areas to actually put them in right and make it look okay. So
Right.
I'm useless at kit bashing, which is why I just put the model together how it's supposed to be and then go from there.
Hey, man. If it makes you happy, Bubba, just keep doing what you're doing. Because I think I'm serious, dude. I mean, I've always liked you. Me and you've always been this, but when you do things like this right here, I just shut my mouth because, man, this ain't my world. You want to
Um,
go. You want to go one on one with a champion and a verbal thing, cool. You want to sit there and do music, cool. When it comes to painting and me being colorblind, bro, even
well,
if I wasn't colorblind, I couldn't do what you do, man. This is absolutely amazing what you do, bro.
well, I was messaged somebody the other night, and because they were saying that they were very good at it, so I sent them a picture of what I call Red Dave.
Okay.
And Red Dave looks like I've literally just got a bottle of red paint and gone, bunk, that'll do. You can see how nasty those black and yellow lines are. It's a badly painted model. And then I put him next to this one. It's like, oh dear God. So we all started at this stage. It just takes practice.
Hey,
to this.
you've come a ways, brother.
I have come a little bit. Now
keep killing it, man.
Now, just so I can say I've actually done a model today, I'm going to have to A, hurry my ass up because I haven't got long left, and B, find where some of that PVA glue is to shiv on his base, and then I can base him in the basing stuff, and hopefully he won't look awful.
Oh, dude, you could roll that thing in dog shit and it ain't gonna look awful. He looks cool as he can be, man.
Well,
I'm kind of scared of his 20-foot tall ass with the death ray from hell on the right shoulder. To be honest.
Well, in mind, that's how big he is, yeah. And them other big bugs that I did were like way up here.
Mm-hmm.
The other big bugs that we're talking like 40, 50 foot tall.
Wow.
Well, so these things have got arms as big as him.
So what's the how would I even word this? What's the tallest these creatures? Like, what's the tallest one? Like, is there some of them 100 feet tall, 200 feet tall?
Yeah, I'll bring the stomper down in a moment.
Okay.
he's currently lost one of his arms, which is the arm with it.
You see, Kid Bash is with me. He's saying, brother, he got the wow face. That looks amazing.
That's the arm that fell off the stomper.
Holy God, dude. That's as big as my ex-girlfriend's left. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, that's dude. How would you like that to ooh.
So that's his arm that's fell off. So
would you rather be burned at the stake or have that thing around you? Yeah.
That thing won't go around you, it just go through
you. very, very easily.
Yeah. So I'll do this base and then I'll grab the stamper down.
With probably minimal effort, you know.
When it comes to melee, orcs don't need much encouraging. They just can't shoot for shit.
Les, how long have you been painting on this thing for? Is this a new one, or is this one you've been painting on a while, or what, brother?
This I picked this model up off my friend some point last week.
Sweet, dude. How long does it normally take you to paint one? I mean, I know when you interact with us, it slows you down, but I'm just curious.
It depends, but this one I've pretty much, not including the spraying side, I've done this one today in the last hour and 30 minutes. So this has all been done today.
Man,
apart from the spraying, but that takes ages to dry. So
that's amazing, dude. Seriously, I could smoke all the pot in the world, and I couldn't produce that in one day. There ain't no way, dude.
But when it's going to come to the warriors, which are going to have nowhere near the amount of detail, it's probably going to take about 5-6 hours to get through them all, just because it's going to be a production line style rather than sitting there concentrating on one model.
Mm-hmm. Kid Bash, one day I have to make something and send it to you to paint, man. Be an honor. See, Kid Bash is wanting you to paint something. That's pretty cool, brother.
Well, Kid Bash, what you should do, mate, is essentially what I do is I go live for the sole purpose of practicing. That's all I do. I don't go live for none of my tutorials. None of mine. This is how you should, or this is how I think you should. This is all. Come and see if I fuck it up or not.
Right.
And that's how I do it. So that's what I'm going to be basing this in. So instead of the tea leaves, which I had for the Necrons, not the Necrons, the Tyranids, this one's going to have this kind of gravelly stuff.
I'm looking at a picture on Instagram of you, Joey, and Mick. My
Oh, God.
God, talk about a damn party, boy. Talk about some freaking fun there. Good
Are
Lord.
we halfway down the street at that time?
Yes.
Right. That was about 30 minutes before it all just went to, right, we ain't moving no more. So,
In American terms, that's about 30 minutes before the shit hit the fan. I got you. I got you.
well, no, 'cause it was all good. Everyone was having a
Yeah.
good time. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was joyful. Um, but
But,
nobody was moving.
well, it happens.
So there we go. We've now got a nice
Dude, that is
silvery
sick,
granite
man.
thing. Just take that bit of
I've
whatever the
said it.
hell that was off the end.
I've said it a million times, man. My dad would have loved this. He would have loved you, dude. Just Pop was. I've always been amazed how somebody can take something like that and just bring it to life through painting and just working on it and not giving up and just. I
Well,
mean, 'cause that's not easy.
see, when people compliment me to that degree, my instant reaction is to go is, yeah, but you should check this guy out, or
Right,
this guy out, or this guy. Basically, the people that I look at and go,
right, right.
wow,
I'm with you. I'm with
wow.
you. I used to do that with all these other people around here until I found out they were jerks. So I was just like, yeah, yeah, follow me. Shit, I'll show you how to do it. It may be the wrong color, but we're going to get it done. So,
So let's give you an example. So we got the 8 foot guy, and then we put the big guy next to him, and he's like, oh shit, that's a big fucker, really, is it?
right, right.
So let's get the Tyrannid. You've got 27 projects on the go, so it's hard to get time to paint. Unpainted librarian, half painted captain, a road that's still in testing. Up there, I've still got the ruins that are not finished. I was supposed to be getting the stomper down, wasn't I? And clocking the time very quickly. Yes, I've got enough time to go get my stomper because he's only up here. So,
Cheers, Allie. How you doing, sugar? Good
welcome
morning.
back, Ali. Thank
Hope
you
you're
very
doing
much.
good today, baby. Angie saying got to run a doctor appointment. May pop back in if you're on. Love you guys. Love you too, sugar.
Okay,
Good
I'm
luck,
just going
doctor.
to zoom the camera out a lot. Okay, there we go. So we have dude I've just painted, and then we have
Good
can I get it
God.
all on? And then we have Mr. Stomper.
Now, what the hell is that thing? Is that where he lives?
No, this is an orc effigy to their god. I think there's a little dude up there who's currently set riding.
Well, you can tell he ain't never been laid a day in his life. He's
Well,
up
no,
there. He's on
he's
top
a
of
great
a
dude.
missile, ready to die.
And you got dude hanging off the back over there, and another one there with a drill, and then one with a spanner up at the top. And yeah, the whole purpose of this is to walk towards you and go stomp, 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 smack. Even though he's got that gun on it, that gun's just there for noise.
Joey said it best. He says that looks like the place Blake grew up in. Smart ass.
Yeah, but that's the biggest one out of my collection, and without going Forge World, which is Titans,
Right.
and we're talking a hell of a lot of money for them. We're talking 4 figures for one of those
Really?
things. 4 figures, yeah, they are huge. They are absolutely massive. They are massive. The dwarf even that thing, like twice the size of it.
My buddy used to be in the model trains, man, and hooking them up and building the layouts and stuff, and that stuff's so amazing. We went to a train convention one time, and dude, I don't care nothing about trains or conventions. I saw with my own 2 eyes, Les, this dude dropped $93,000 for these 10 cars that you can put on a track and ride. Like you can climb up on top of this thing and it'll like go 5, 10 miles an hour. And he dropped 90 grand on this shit.
Yeah.
And I was over here thinking, do you know how many ramen noodles I could buy with $90,000? I mean, damn, I'd never go hungry again. Blake, did you see the little person falling off the scooter video? No, sir, I have not. You have to send it to me.
No, I haven't seen
Uh,
that either. Kit Bash, I have not seen the new rules for the Stomper. However, I'm guaranteeing it's hitting on fives for shooting. And it
dude,
isn't going to hit the broadside of a barn when I'm shooting.
aren't you glad things like that don't exist, man? Could you imagine going up against 10 of them things? My God,
Okay.
it'd smoke us all,
Right.
bro.
Do you want to know how that thing works as well? The only reason it works is because of belief.
Right?
So the orcs believe it works, so it does.
Okay. Hey, that makes sense, man.
If the orcs paint it red, it works.
You gonna be on for about 5 minutes? I gotta go get me some coffee real quick.
Well,
One more
I
shot.
was literally about to shut it down. So,
Okay.
just to give you the other idea of,
Oh, dude, that is sick, man.
so you've got the one that doesn't like biomaterial and wants to destroy it all, and the one that wants to go nom 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 on the biomaterial.
Right.
But yeah, there's a considerable size difference between the two.
Dude, that is awesome, man. That is
Uh,
absolutely insane, dude.
so I've got to make them look as good as them on the battlefield.
See, that's another reason you need to stay married and you don't need to bring your ass over here to the States because compared to you, it's already hard enough. But if they find out that you can do this shit too and I can't, it's wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm done. So
Well,
this is
with the
just
new
crazy.
geek chic thing and the British accent, yeah, I think I'll be screwed over there. I think
Hell no, oh man, they would love you over here, brother.
that's
They'd
what I mean.
love you.
I think I'm going to get kidnapped and not allowed back. So I'm
I'll
not
tell you
going.
what, it's going to take a shitload of trash ties to kidnap you, boss. It's 6'1", real.
Yeah, 6'1" on that thing. So it's like, yeah, we just stick a fan near him. He's holding a newspaper. It'll blow along with it. It'll be a fine.
All you gotta do is lure me in with a good time or candy, and I'll jump in that van. I don't give a damn.
So there's one. If you can type in what is the words Castigator Titan Warhammer in Google, you will see what is possibly the biggest model they do.
Okay.
But at that point, I'm going to thank everybody for coming. Kit Bash, Joey, Alison, Angie, and these people further up the list that I'm trying to scroll just to try and make sure I get you. Hey, thank you very much for coming in. Graham, and I don't get that many people coming to see me, especially not that many people in the
Not
chat.
not right now. But you've hit the 100 subscriber mark, and that is hard to do, brother.
I have about 114 now. I think
That's what I'm
me
saying.
and Kit are at the same level now. I've finally caught up to him. But thank you everybody for coming and joining me for this stream and for working out the final color scheme for these. So that's going to be the color scheme.
That's awesome, dude.
Gold, silver, blue. Very basic, but it should work. So with a bye from me and anything you would like to say?
All I ask, ladies and gentlemen, is keep supporting my friend up here. He's an awesome dude, and smash that like for him, and let's get him to 150. And until then, stay awesome.
So, and drive safe, everyone.
Drive safe, everyone. Have a good day.